Yo, what up, y'all? We are back. Welcome to another episode of By the Gay the Podcast. We are your hosts, as you know. I'm Octavius,
And I'm Dan.
and we're gonna be a little spicy today, just a little bit,
A little bit. Depending on how well my conversations might go. I'm a little whore, apparently. We've been called a whore 3 times this week by different people.
Because you are, and that's fine.
4 now.
But how's your life been going since our last episode?
Actually, pretty good. I leave for Miami in 2 days for a week, going with Tico, Texas for Rolling Loud, and then just being ratchet in Miami for 3 days. It's going to be my first time being out there for more than 2 days, which is nice. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I've been working and trying to survive.
Everyone are trying to survive.
On top of it being hot, everything's just been intensified. I could be upset for one thing and then it's hot, so now I'm double upset. It's been a lot.
No, because real life, it ain't never been this hot.
Listen, global warming. I'm telling you, this shit is not a joke.
Global warming. Like, she's doing it. She's doing it, and not in a good way.
I feel like what's crazy, this is my first, no, it's not my first, well, yeah, it's my first full summer from, like, our May summer up until October when it's actually cold. Back, and this shit feels like North Carolina. Those thunderstorms are every day, and then it's 80 degrees in the morning like it is here, and then 110 degrees for no fucking reason. But I thought I escaped that, but here we are. How has your life been? How's everything going on that end?
My life is always a mess. That's nothing new. I've been reading a lot more, and because I've been reading a lot more, I've been writing a lot more.
Ooh.
So you guys might see an Octavius produced short film sometime in the near future, maybe.
Let's go.
If I decide to actually produce it, because I hate everything, so I might just grab it and start over, but who knows. Outside of that, my 9 to 5 is a mess. No, it's not a mess. I actually enjoy my job, even though it's not that. I work at a bank, guys, for those of you that don't know.
A gay in finance.
How predictable. But yeah, no, my job hasn't been that bad. It's actually, I don't know if it's gotten better because I'm getting more experienced at what I'm doing, even though I still go in there freestyling every day. I have no idea what's ever happening. I really don't. It's been 6 months and I still have no idea what I'm doing. But no, it's been getting better. Yeah, my anxiety hasn't been through the roof lately, and on a scale of 1 to 10, when it's usually at a 10, it's been at like a 6.5.
Oh, I love a little progression.
In the past couple days. So yeah,
that's lit.
The moon is in Aries, and I'm an Aries moon, so I've been particularly aggressive today. I have to apologize to a few customers when I was at work, but that's fine.
You recently were on a podcast.
I was. Yes, how can I forget? One of our supporters, also one of my favorite people, Fatu, shout out to you. I know you're going to see this. Hey, girl. I was on her podcast recently, and you guys should go watch it. We're probably going to put the link to it in the description box. So you guys should definitely.
We're going to stop lying to you guys and being like, oh, we're going to drop something here or drop something here. And then you guys watch it and you're like, there ain't shit there. We're going to put it in the description. Click on the little show more and we'll have the Fatu podcast linked up.
And we talk about some spicy things on our podcast too, so definitely tune in. Yeah.
But that's lit. Shout out Fatu though. I love that. We love making connections in the podcast community, even though you knew her before and stuff.
I've known her for years.
Yeah, that's low-key like one of the first like collaborations for BTG with anything.
And one day she'll be on our
Yes,
podcast.
It won't be a pillow.
Yeah, it'll be an actual person.
But that's awesome. Yeah, but podcasting and everything, since we're talking about media, I feel like I have this conversation a lot, and I'm not going to lie, what sparked me wanting to talk about this was, they will not be named, but this person decided to try and argue with me on my Facebook post about when there was an order of Law and Order where the lady's son, like, came out but he didn't like come out. He wasn't on screen sucking dick. It wasn't nothing crazy. The little boy was literally like, I think I like boys. And she responded some shit like, it's okay, I'll love you no matter what, blah, blah,
Okay.
blah. And I was like, oh, look at this. Shared the thing. Homegirl comments on it talking about, this is what's wrong with the gay community. You guys are forcing everything. And let me give you a little background. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but let me give you a little background just so you know why, like, the topic is so, like, sorry, the topic is homosexual versus, like, heterosexual, just anything in the media when it comes to the way it's perceived. So, background though, gay parents, as in two mothers,
Or two dads.
no, two mothers,
Okay.
grew up in a very well-rounded community, I guess, as in it wasn't like straight Christians in a or like Republican household. No. And she literally went on to like, this is what's wrong with you guys, and you're forcing this on everyone, blah blah blah. Nobody needs to see this. It's inappropriate because it's a child, blah blah blah. And I'm like, um, nothing, literally nothing was inappropriate. So what are you talking about? And I'm like, this is nothing different when you're watching Jesse and the little boy Cameron Boyd, R.I.P., wanted to fuck his babysitter on TV, like as a thing. But that's literally a like 7, 8 year old boy being shown on television trying to get with a 16, 17-year-old babysitter. But there's nothing wrong with that because it's straight. So I brought up examples like that, and that's what pissed me off because I'm like, okay, so when we're watching Lilo and Stitch and the sister's like flirting with that guy, or the surfer is like, oh, he's hot, bro, that's still sexualizing young people on television, but it's straight, it's animated or real. You still have something to say, like when they did the little Disney animation or Pixar animation where the kid was gay,
Yes.
and that was the end of the world. You don't have a problem with gays being sexualized or forcing it. What you have a problem is with just homosexuality being put out there, not pushed, being recognized, because that's what
Because
it is,
gay
and it
people
irritates me.
exist.
Yes. So, and I went to say, if you have that same ideology just in general, then there shouldn't be any representation of straight characters in a thing. There shouldn't be any representation of parents on TV, a mom and a dad showing affection or saying I love you, or even on Disney Channel, them going to their room together. None of that should be okay if that was the case. Your problem is just homosexuality being recognized and being put into mainstream media. A better answer would have been not even the over sexualization, because still that was so simple, but the over sexualization of children. That would have been different. Like the whole Millie Bobby Brown when she was under 18 kind of thing,
Right.
and people being weird about that.
Right.
That is unacceptable because that is a child. But the fact that you're upset that there's anything that has to do with homosexuality and a young person on TV has something to do with your rooted internalized homophobia. That's where that came from. And it's a constant argument over and over because little by little it's being introduced into pop culture, it's being introduced into media. People are seeing it, and it's, I mean, that's what it was the same thing when it was only white people on TV, and then it started getting integrated. There were mad black people being shown on TV. Now we're just moving forward.
My biggest issue with people who make that argument is, like you said, when it's a boy and a girl, no matter how old or how young they are, it's cool, it's fine. It's like, oh, they're so cute.
Yep.
But as soon as it's a boy and a boy, or a girl and a girl, it's like, why are you? Not even. Because you know what? And this is going to bring me to another point. And when it's a boy and a boy, it's like, oh my God, you're going to turn the entire world into a fucking rainbow. It's like, no. We are just trying to let people know, young children know, it is okay if you happen to like boys. It's okay if you happen to like girls. We are trying to let them know that people like you exist.
Yes.
Nothing more, nothing less. Because whether you like it or not, faggots exist.
And we ain't going nowhere. Neither is your man that's in the closet. But
my other point was going to be, it is And you can join us in the comments if you wish. It is always more acceptable when it's a girl and a girl than when it's a guy and a guy. And that really rubs me the wrong way. Shout out to all my lesbians. I love y'all. One of my best friends is a lesbian. Love her down. But like,
I think the problem in that is men. Because there's a lot less females that would be okay with it.
You said it.
Because like a homophobic female community is gonna find that gross, but a homophobic male community, since they like pussy,
is gonna find that hot.
It's double the pussy.
And then because men run everything. I fucking hate men. It's automatically more acceptable. But it's like at the end of the day, they still gay. If we're gonna go to hell, they're gonna go to hell too.
Yep. And it's crazy. It's crazy because people truly do feel that way. And another point that I was going to make too was the fact that even if it's outside the media, like you said, it still bothers people. And that's fine. I mean, there's shit that people do that bothers me. There's things that make me uncomfortable that I shouldn't probably be uncomfortable with, but it still does. But I don't sit there and I'm not like, you can't sit on the train like that because I don't like that. But there will be there will be a straight person on the train if I'm dressed the way I dress for Pride. That's like, why are you fucking dressed like? Why are you around me, bro? This is the MTA. This is the public transportation.
I am 110% positive every time I leave my house and I'm going out. Because typically when I'm going out, I'm dressed kind of like this. Sometimes a little bit more covered up. But typically, this is the get up. I'm going out to the club. I'll have some cute accessories. Whatever. But this is what it's giving. If you see me in the street, chances are I look like this. But I can almost guarantee every time I leave my house, especially in the neighborhood I live in,
yep,
I get so many stares. Nobody will ever say anything or attempt to do anything, but I get so many stares, and it's like, if you dislike it so much, if you hate what I'm wearing so much, what the fuck are you looking at me for, bitch?
Why are you giving attention to something that upsets you?
Avert your gaze.
That is my thing. Why? And like we talked about it in our last episode when we were talking about Roe versus Wade. Why does it bother you?
Why do you care
so much? Like, this is different than like a female and a guy's walking behind them and they're like turning around, being concerned, paying attention. Because that's fine. I get it. I try and like move over, or I try and like move to the side and walk past them because I get it. Men are crazy, men are gross, and you're a female and you're uncomfortable. No problem. If you can't tell by my walk, I'm not interested, but I'm going to let you know that you're safe by averting myself and getting away from
you. You know what I do in those situations when I'm not dressed like this? I try to like speed up and walk in front of her so that she knows like I'm not a weirdo.
Yes.
I'm not looking at your
like,
ass.
I'm gonna merge.
I'm just a person walking in the same direction as you. That's it. I don't want no parts. I'm not a weirdo. I'm not a creep. I'm not trying to know. I'm just trying to get to my destination, same as you, baby girl. That's it.
But like in that situation, there's danger. I get it. There's no like reverse hate crime. That's just like the way I feel about reverse racism. You can't be racist to a white person. And before you come, any one of you come for me. White is not an ethnicity. White is a generalization. Just like black is a generalization. Just like Spanish is a generalization. Because you got Mexicans, you got Puerto Ricans, you got Dominicans, you got Africans, you got... that's even a generalization because you have people from down and blah, blah, blah.
But even still, you can't be racist to a white person. You cannot be racist to someone whose skin complexion benefits them. You just can't. You cannot be racist to a person where the system was literally made for them. The system wasn't made for motherfuckers that look like me.
Like if I was to go to the UK and be like, I hate English people, then that's fine. That's me being racist because that is a race of people. They were born there. That's like, I hate North Americans. That makes no sense. You hate people from Canada or you hate people from the US. Shit like that. But I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, generalizations. But, yeah, I still don't know where I was going with that. I fucking hate having ADHD. Alright.
Little fun fact. We both have ADHD, but we suffer from ADHD in different ways.
But it works out.
His brain, he has to overprocess things. So, like, he has a notebook and he writes down literally everything.
The episodes and podcasts and topics literally right now are on a Google Sheet, like a spreadsheet in my phone. I can't not.
Doing that gives me major anxiety, so I don't do it. I keep everything in my brain. and he gets mad at me for that. He's like, "Do you remember this?" Yes. Where'd you write it down? It's in my head.
Yeah, not me. I freestyle. I see that whole little freestyling thing that he was talking about at work. If I was to freestyle, it wouldn't work out.
Woo! I'll be freestyling every day.
Absolutely not.
All in all, I think the general consensus that we're coming to is leave gay people alone.
Literally.
We exist.
Literally.
And whether you like it or not, that's not going to change the fact that we exist.
We're not going anywhere.
Okay? We're not. Just leave it. Just leave us alone. Just like how we let y'all do what y'all want to do and y'all run amok and y'all be fucking bumping and grinding in broad daylight. If we walk down the street holding hands, leave us alone. Y'all be damn near eating coochie at pool parties. Leave us alone.
We're literally not doing anything, but ADHD.
Even if we are, leave us alone.
ADHD backtrack. I remember. Reverse racism. I was talking about, there's no opposite of like straight people hating gay people. There's never been a straight hate crime. Like, chances are, if you got your ass beat by a gay person, it's because you started it or you said some dumb shit. Chances are, not all the time, because there are some gay people that are ratchet and crazy too, but majority of the time, if you got your ass beat by a gay person once, stop being homophobic. Probably could have avoided it. Two, majority of the time, it's going to be your fault. So,
and here's my thing. Like I said in the last episode about the whole Roe v. Wade, why do you give a fuck? Why do you care?
Yep.
If you are a man that is not sexually attracted to other men, why do you care that me, a man, is sexually attracted to other men? You shouldn't give a fuck.
As long as it's not you. It's not your business.
And even if it is you, you probably will never know.
But you all suck. Just kidding. But along the lines of that, yes, leave us the fuck alone.
Because we leave y'all alone. We let y'all run amok.
Don't do anything. Literally nothing. The only straight person that gives me like some type of like I hate straight people is Nick Cannon, because he's just running around.
Nick Cannon is wild.
He needs to stop.
But you know what's even wilder than that? Because they like y'all letting him nut in you.
And maybe I do not like straight people, because
like
the straight women are letting him do
You're
it.
letting him nut in your coochie, and like that's crazy.
And he's open about it too. He wants to have as many kids as possible. He has like 3 on the way this year. 3. And they don't know about it, which is crazy too. It's not like Tristan Thompson, like sleeping with other people while with Chloe. Mind you, their 3rd is on the way with a surrogate, which makes no sense. She didn't learn from Lamar. Then she moves on and goes here, and now 3 times. 3.
I didn't know it was gonna take that turn.
Yeah. Sorry. It just things like that. Things like that irk me about straight people. Other than that, we're chilling. But let's hit. This is By the Gate, the podcast, not By the Straights. BTS behind the scenes.
BTS.
Yeah, right.
Chun-Li.
Okay. So now that we're done talking about straight people, because this is By the Gay, the 666 rule.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Alright, I love this. Okay, so I'm a very strong believer. Not that I won't bend rules on it, and for you and everyone else that doesn't know, the 666 rule goes 6 figures, 6 feet, 6 inches as a baseline for
a partner.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let you process the meaning so you can think about it while I go on my rant. I believe in it. I'm here for it. Not saying that you have to be 6 feet tall. That's interchangeable. But moving forward, especially at where I am in my life, I want someone to be as financially stable as I am. And the moment I have this contract signed, I'm going to be making a good amount of money on top of working for the other organization that I work for. I don't want to be the breadwinner because I'm not going to be home majority of the time. I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to be doing things. But I'm also not going to be not home and paying for everything. That's my big thing. I don't want to leave and support you, support our pet, possible kid, do the home, mortgage, taxes. That's a lot for someone that's not going to be home. I'm not home now and I'm tight that I just pay rent because I don't be home. So if you're not able to match at least what I'm making, or more than me, I don't think it's going to be okay either because I have a lot of things to pay for as well. It's not like I just get the money and I have it in my account. I'm not going to be able to cover all the dates. I'm not going to be able to do all the transportation, fill up the car, do this, do that. Those are things that I'm just not going to be capable of. And even if I make enough money too, I'm not going to want to do that. I want there to at least be some give and take from both of us. So yeah, that 6-figure thing I am solid on. 6 feet, interchangeable. I do prefer you to be taller than me, but who knows? And then 6 inches. Yes, please, please. I have a butthole. Please, 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 please. And I've had my one more, please, because I've had my experiences. Please, no. I
No what?
nothing bigger.
Oh, nothing
Not
more.
nothing bigger, but
So what's the maximum?
I feel like blah. That's the thing. It all depends because girth is something too. Again, butthole. Please, no beer can cock. None of that. Because please, butthole. I can't. I feel like I need to count the amount of times that I said please. But that's not going in there. And I've had the experience where they're like the bottom of your little champagne flute over there. This little circumference. Houston.
That's oh wow.
And if we weren't fucking blackout drunk from dinner,
Oh wow.
it wouldn't have fucking happened. Not me and him. But
Shout out, obviously. Shout out to him though, because he bought us drinks
Yes.
at the bar.
Love you.
If you watch this,
I
shout
don't.
out to you.
If you watch that, I don't love you, but I fuck with you.
If you watch this, shout out to you. That was a great time.
But yeah, it's just not enjoyable, and especially since that is a small area, it's not enjoyable. I've had someone that was also a little long. North Carolina tomahawk steak. Yes. That wasn't a good time either. Thankfully, it was burst, so I didn't have to like almost die. But when I did bottom, I was like, wow, this feels like I'm being impaled. Like I'm literally someone's taking a baseball bat up my ass. And I don't like that. I want to enjoy sex. I don't want it to be painful all the time. Of course, the first few minutes always hurts. But after that, I want to be able to enjoy it. I don't want to have to wait till you nut for me to be like, oh my God, relief. Like, that's not
hollering.
That's not my mood. But I do feel like you can't pull up with a 4. Like, I mean, you...
Well, okay.
No.
See...
No. Just don't.
So from my perspective, the 6-figure thing, I agree. Because, yes, I definitely... I have had the experience where I was, the major breadwinner, where I did have more of the, what's the word?
Fungible finances.
Expendable income.
There we go.
Where I had more money to just do things with outside of pay bills. I've been there, and as a giver, I love to give. I'm a very giving person. I was okay with it, but there were times where I was just like, I want you to pay for something. I would never tell them that because, like, I get it, if they didn't have it like that to give. But there were times just like, why can't you pay for this?
Let's provide together, not for each other.
Right. So yes, at this stage in my life, I agree. Yes, you need to be match or more. Yeah. Because I like to do things. I like to go out and I like to have a fun time. And when I go out and have a fun time, even though I'm not complaining about it, because I do enjoy giving to my partner and paying for things. Sometimes I want to be splurged on a little bit. So that I agree. I agree.
I get it.
The whole 6 feet. I don't really care if you're taller or shorter than me.
You like to climb trees.
I do.
You're a little tree climber.
If you're taller than me, that's a plus.
But as a top, how do you feel about the 6-inch rule?
I don't know.
Because you're a top.
Okay, okay, see, it's weird because it's not going to be going inside of me. However, I'm gay. I like dick. Like, it has to.
You're an oral top?
I am.
Fun fact, right there, hold that. So, for a very long time, I thought oral top just meant they like to talk. So, I've had people, like, hit me up on Grindr and it says oral top, like they speak, like, they talk to you while they're fucking. And I don't like that because I never have
verbal top.
Yeah, so, listen. That's
But
what I
wait,
thought.
But wait, while we're on the topic of oral, we're gonna get back to the 666 rule. But real quick, while we're on the topic of oral, a week or so ago, we had a conversation about eating ass, and he told me
You're not turning my mouth into a fucking petri dish. I'm so sorry. We're
he
not
told me
looking
that
at cultured
he
bacteria.
does not think that bottoms should eat ass,
I don't think it's a requirement.
and I was just like,
I just feel like it's one of those things where girls are like, I don't suck dick unless you're my boyfriend. I don't think it's a requirement, especially as a bottom.
and I'm not saying that I don't get it. I'm not saying I don't get it, cause like I get it, you know, but at the same time, it's like.
Yeah, well, they also do. I have eaten ass before. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not like it's. Ooh. But at the same time, if I don't have to, I'd rather not.
Shout out to all the bottoms that eat their tops ass.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all. Y'all are doing a great job.
You're doing
Wait,
God's
where's my?
work.
I need the phone like Kris Jenner. You're doing an amazing job, sweetie.
Yeah, no, not me. Absolutely. I mean, and it's not like I won't in the future because I'm 99.9% sure the man that I'm with right now.
But that's how I feel about bottoming. I've never done it, and I probably won't do it until I meet the man that I'm gonna marry. And he probably still won't. I probably still won't bottom for him until we're actually married. Yeah. But there's a reason behind that. I don't like pain. My tolerance for physical pain is very, very low.
It's not a good time, especially your first and second.
Exactly. And I know this. And I've heard this from multiple people. So I know it's going to be terrible. And I don't feel like I should be going through that for just any old body. No. If I'm going to put myself through that much physical pain and that much physical stress, it's going to be for someone that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with, because no.
And that's exactly how I am about eating ass, because yeah. Yeah.
But back to the 666 rule.
Yes.
As far as inches go, as long as it's not, tiny, and it's nice to look at, I don't really care.
Okay, so at least one of us had interchangeable.
So
size
minimum
was interchangeable for you. Height was interchangeable for me.
Well, height is interchangeable from. I mean, I prefer if you're taller because I do like to climb trees. I do like to be a lumberjack. But well, no, lumberjack cut down trees.
Yeah.
Anyways,
you climbing for coconuts.
Yeah. First of all, I love that you said that because I'm Jamaican. Royal Mountain.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't even put that connection. I was just like, that's what people climb trees.
Yeah, I prefer if you're taller, and every guy that I have dealt with romantically, I have been fortunate enough to have them all be taller than me. But yeah, inches, I don't really care. It just can't be, it can't be giving. And if it's pretty, if it's nice to look at and it's a nice size and a nice thickness, I mean, hey.
Why not? So I guess that'll go straight into, does size matter? I'm not like...
For me, no. Because like I said, listen, it ain't going in my ass. So I don't really care. However, no, actually I do care. Because if it's too big, I'm not putting it in my mouth. You don't lost your mind. If it's
an elevator shaft. We start at the 100th floor. See how far down you can make it. But it's also no gag reflex unless I'm taking a shot for some reason. Yeah.
Yeah, no, now, because back in the days you was a wild animal.
Back
when we were like 20, 21, 22, just throwing back shots like it's water. Now he takes a shot,
I do a dance, I gotta hype myself up before, I'm like, okay.
And then once he takes a shot, he's just like...
Yeah, I go into shakes, I'm coming down from an overdose. Yeah, it's not a good time. But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really matter, I guess, for you. But I guess for me either, size doesn't matter to an extent. And I say to an extent because I am a bottom. Right. I've also, this is what scares me about cute people. Wow. I hooked up with this guy actually last year. That time we left boxers and we both went to
no. That's a great story time for another episode.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. We could talk about how I got you on Grindr. That'd be great time. Yeah. So super cute. Lived very close in Hell's Kitchen. So I was like, fuck it. Yeah. He wouldn't send me nudes. But I was like, okay, that's fine. He was really hot. So I was like, there can't be that much wrong. Like, maybe you're just one of those people that have a job where you don't send nudes or whatever. I'm like, okay. Trying to look for something for size comparison. How much is left in this glue stick? There's nothing to compare, I guess.
Use
But,
your hands.
yeah.
Thickness?
Length. Thickness was here. Yeah, so
wait, length?
Length was like here. You're being generous with your hands. I need your knuckles to kiss. And then width was like this. Like, it was the smallest I've ever slept with. And I was already there, and we were drunk, so I was just like, God damn it. Fuck. I gotta do this. So
well,
I did it.
You don't
I didn't have
do
to.
anything.
But I wanted to. Because, bitch, we were drunk. I was all hyped. I was ready. And then I was disappointed, but I followed through, and I was quite disappointed. Like, it was the worst sex of my life with the hottest guy I probably ever slept with. So, yeah. I guess it does matter based off of that experience, because then again, I'm usually a bottom. So I need some type of stimulation. I can go like this to my own butthole if I want it. I don't need you to be inside if that's what it's going to feel like. If it feels like you're tapping me, get out. So, yeah, size, I guess, does matter to me. But then again, size doesn't matter if you're the right person, but also, too, I'm not a size queen. Don't. If it comes off the ruler, that's already too much. If it passes like 8, we're going to, like, poppers and lube the night up, because no. But, yeah, I guess size does matter to me. But
you know what else? Well, size doesn't matter. Okay, well, size partially matters to me because, like I said, if it's too big, absolutely not. But also, if it's too small, absolutely not. But what does really matter to me, and I'm gonna get a lot of backlash for this, I know I am, but oh well. I don't like foreskin.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
Had this conversation.
Foreskin makes me very uncomfortable, and don't get me like I've seen some very pretty appendages that are uncircumcised. But like as a whole, I can't. Like I can't. I've tried. It's not like I haven't tried. I have tried. You know, I've put myself out there, and I'm just like, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna give it a chance.
I find that
and the times that I have, I just no.
I think I don't care because I'm uncircumcised. So I know what my penis looks like, and I know what other penises like mine look like. And I mean, I don't mind it. One thing I do mind is like stretchy foreskin. Like, I don't like the turtleneck to be there, like, and then you can pull it all the way up here. I don't like that. Nor do I, also too, pulling it back. If there's like sag when you pull back, why is your foreskin that loose? Because I swear to God, when I pull my skin back to clean and shit, it feels like I'm trying to rip my head off because there's no slack. Yeah. So, jump rope foreskin bothers me. Don't get me wrong. If you have a penis like that, that's all on you. It's not going to be on me.
And I also want to say this. All penises are beautiful, okay? Doesn't matter what your penis looks like, it's beautiful. Somebody out there is going to want to put it in their mouth.
Yes, there might be someone that's into that.
If you have foreskin, the likelihood of me putting it in my mouth are very slim. Very slim.
But I mean, I guess before we top this off,
so I guess that's you can add that to my 6'6" sister, even though it's not that has nothing to do, but like that is one of my requirements. Yeah, that's one of my standards. If we get there, we're in the bedroom, and you whip it out, and if it looks a certain way,
yikes for you.
Yeah, because I could be as excited as possible. If it looks a certain way, everything goes do, and like no, I can't.
So does hair matter then?
No.
Okay, I'm mixed.
Don't get Love hairy men. Love
Same, but not same. Just because I don't like hair in my mouth. And no matter, you fucking comb it out if you want beforehand. At some point, I'm going to be like, and that's not a turn on to me. So I prefer this area to be groomed at least. Also, I'm a hairy person, and I know what it's like. I take off my underwear, and it looks like a barber shop.
I am
like
screaming.
Just like when you don't have hair, but
I used to
run your fingers through your hair, do a comb, hair falls out. I get it. I don't like that. I don't mind hairy men. I just don't like hair in my mouth. And I just feel like when you're down there going ham, something's bound to come loose. And I don't like it to be loose in my mouth.
I don't pull a few strands.
I don't have braces. That's another thing. I don't have braces. There's no reason for your hair to leave that spot.
I done pulled a few strands from, between the feet.
Listen, I like to floss. Don't get me wrong. But not with hair. I would rather find a hair in my food than in my mouth from sucking dick.
Yo, no, if I find a hair in my food, I'm whooping your ass, because why is your hair in my food?
No, listen.
Whose hair is this?
Especially at restaurants, it happens. Listen, you walking by and that girl looked and thought it was her food and went like that, and then you got a long, bland strand of hair. I get it. But I'd rather it end up in my food, take it out of my mouth. Please take this back and make sure everyone's wearing a hairnet or something.
At least if I'm down there, at least I know where the hair came from.
Listen.
It couldn't have come from anywhere else.
I know if I'm eating, it came from somebody's head. Not the penis. That's my problem. And I won't, 100%, I don't care if we're married and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to eat your ass because you're the man of my dreams. I'm not eating a hairy butthole. Not happening. Absolutely not. No. It's not. I can't. Because I like to suck dick and I already don't like getting hair in my mouth from sucking dick.
All my kings out there with peach fuzz.
Listen, peach fuzz is different. Whoa. I'm not trying to do like a full frontal side part to go eat your ass.
Everything peach fuzz.
No.
That's just what it is.
There's no reason for me to like get the got-to-be glue and like have to do a part and spray it down just so that I'm able to get to the spot. There's no reason for that. I'm not a hairstylist. I don't know shit about none of that. I'm not trying to learn.
No. Not the got-to-be.
Not the two-piece natural part, no.
I really enjoy, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I feel like
don't get me wrong. Like, if it's shaved and like fully shaved and clean, hey, I don't mind. But like, if it's like if it has hair on it,
yeah, Morris be down there like, let me do cornrows. I'm good. I will pass.
Sure do.
I will pass on that.
Absolutely, 110%.
Yeah, I think that's the most like gross and sexual we've been on the podcast. So yeah. I'm currently feeling weird because now this is going to be broadcasted to everyone, but it's fine. If you guys want to hear more of this, let us know.
I don't know why you feel weird, girl. They know you a hoe.
I know, but there's people that don't know me that are now knowing that I'm a hoe. See, no, I'm not. Why am I falling into this? I am not a hoe. I am not a hoe. I have experience. There's a difference. I'm not a hoe, okay? I'm a housewife. Can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
Ain't nothing wrong with being a hoe.
No, I disagree, especially in the gay community in New York City.
Okay. I see your point, but
top 3 places not to be a hoe: Atlanta,
LA,
and New York City.
At the same time.
Okay. And before y'all say anything, go look up the rates of STIs and HIV in the gay community within Atlanta. Atlanta's very much interchangeable. It's like one big swinger party in the LGBT community. It's not a good time. But not everyone from Atlanta, I'm saying. But statistically speaking, I like numbers. I like factorization. I'm not going out there and sleeping with nobody. Just to be safe.
Unless I go out there with my man and I sleep with him.
I don't know. He might breathe in the wrong air and then he talks it. I'm good.
Okay.
On that note, that's it for episode 4 of BTG the podcast. Your boy Dan signing out.
Your boy Octavius. Oh, and as always, join us in the conversation in the comments.
Yes, please.
Like and subscribe.
Please.
Share. Send the video to your friend and tell that friend to send it to a friend to send it to a friend to send it to a friend. Yeah.
Yes, he said friend as many times as I said please earlier.
We love you guys.
Yes, thank you for watching and listening. And I meant to do this with both hands, but now we got this. Hey yo, catch y'all next time. Next episode dropping sometime in 2 weeks.
LOL.